Welcome to Let's Cook, an edutainment TV program where you get to learn how to make fast, easy, and delicious international menus.
Today we're gonna do 2 grab-and-go recipes. See, what is this? This is a picnic basket.
Indeed it is. Well, guess what? Lita asked me to recommend some special picnic dishes because she's having a special party with her high school friends. But she didn't invite me.
Hey, I'm standing right next to you. I can hear you.
What? I didn't say anything.
I wanted you to come, but this party is only for girls. I'm afraid that you're gonna feel out of place,
That's okay. You can make it up to me later, maybe cooking me breakfast.
Okay.
Want to know what we're making today?
I want to know what are you preparing for me?
Well, you're gonna have to wait, and so will you, for right after the break.
Let's go.
Should only take about 1 or 2 minutes for the bacon to be able to finish. There we go. Wow, look at that. Look how thick and gooey. Let's see how they look, yeah? Ooh, wow, look at that.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the show with me and Lita. Today I'm going to show you to make hassle-free, bite-sized club sandwiches.
That's absolutely perfect for my picnic.
Well, I knew you liked it, so that's why I thought I'd recommend it.
Okay.
First, to start off with, though, let's look at the ingredients. So we have some bacon, some smoked ham, sliced cheese, some whole wheat bread, a little bit of mayonnaise, and some fresh tomatoes and lettuce as well.
So what's the first step?
First thing we have to do is crisp up this bacon a little. And while I'm doing this, why don't you put those pieces of bread into the toaster and we can time this together. All right, so first, a few things of bacon into our hot pan.
Why don't you put some oil in it?
Well, actually, the bacon has enough oil and fats in it so that it will naturally come out. We don't want to be too greasy when we make the sandwiches. Should only take about 1 or 2 minutes for the bacon to be able to finish. Cook it as long as you like to the desired texture, whether you like it really, really crispy or you just like it a little soft.
I'm really getting hungry.
Hold on a second.
Did you know that my favorites are hams and bacons and cheese?
Well, that's why I recommended this menu for you, because I know you liked it all.
Oh, thank you, Johan. You're so thoughtful.
Even though you didn't invite me to the picnic.
Wow.
Next
it's only
time.
for girls.
Next time.
Of course.
Maybe a time to give these guys a flip.
Yes.
All right. How's the toast doing?
Oh, yeah, the toast is ready.
All right. Perfect timing because my bacon is almost done as well.
There's one more.
Well, it looks like our bacon is right on track, nice and crispy for you, so I'm going to take it out. We're going to already prepared this dish that's been lined with paper towel to soak up all that extra oil. Well, it looks like the last slice of toast is all set, so time to make our club sandwiches.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so get everything started. Let me clear up the working space here a little. What we're going to need is, first starting off with the fresh ingredients, our tomatoes.
Oh, tomato.
So give me a nice fresh one there. Excellent. And I'll slice these up.
To tell you the truth, I really hated the tomato when I was young. My mom used to tell me a lot that tomato have a lot of health benefits. So I try to eat it. Now I kind of like it.
Well, that's really good because tomatoes are actually packed full of good nutrients and vitamins. There's vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, even folate and potassium in there.
And it's also helped to reduce the heart disease and the diabetes and cancer.
Well, that's wonderful. So not only delicious, but good for you as well. All right, so now that I have my tomatoes are all cut up, I think it's now we can start the assembly. Do you have maybe a bigger cutting board for me?
Yes.
Perfect.
you go.
One of the great things you can actually do in terms of presentation is be a little unconventional and use a wooden cutting board not only as a good utensil for cutting on, but also in serving the sandwiches at your picnic.
Okay.
So what we're going to start off with is, I need the mayonnaise, please. All right, a little bit of mayonnaise, and we're going to have 1 slice of bread. So take one of your toasted slices, add a little bit of mayonnaise on there. You can add as much or as little as you like, depending on your preference. So I'll start off.
A lot, please.
A lot, huh?
I love it.
Oh, you love it? All right. Like that? Is that good for you?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So there's the mayonnaise, so we'll start off with that, and then we're going to need some slices of the smoked ham. So one way to do it is to make sure you fold it in half like this. Maybe for this, we'll fold it in thirds. There we go. There's 1. There's 2. Nice and easy.
A lot of ham.
A lot of ham, absolutely.
My favorite.
3.
You really know my favorites.
3 and 4. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so now we have the ham on there. We're going to add 1 slice of cheese.
Cheese?
Yep, 1 slice of cheese is going to go on there, and that's the first half of our club sandwich.
And
then 1 more piece of bread, more mayonnaise.
No.
No more mayonnaise? All right, so like we said, if you want to have more or less, it's not a problem. So we're going to make sure to match it up so it looks good on there. All right, excellent. 1 there, and then we add on our tomato.
Tomato?
And our lettuce as well. So why don't you hand me the lettuce?
Sure.
Perfect. All right. Nice and fresh and crisp. Look how beautiful that looks. Make sure everyone gets a nice green part there for us. We're going to add on there and a few slices of our tomato as well. Wow, look at that. That is fantastic.
What about bacon?
Bacon, that's right. Where's the bacon? There's the bacon right there. You should have reminded me that earlier. That's no worries because this is home cooking at its best. As always, add on the bacon.
Let's see. No, 2.
2? All right.
Oh, 3.
Oh, 3, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Any more mayonnaise on that last piece of bread?
Yes.
Just a little more on there to add on there. That's always good. There we go, a little more mayonnaise on there. Enough?
Yes.
All right. If you could take care of that for me, that'd be great. Wonderful. Goes on the top. Now here comes the fun part, cutting it up. So we're just going to clear some of this out of the way because we want to make sure it's nice and safe for us.
Okay.
And I'm going to need some toothpicks. This will help keep those sandwiches in place when they get smaller. So
Here you go.
perfect. This makes it a lot easier to cut as well. So here we're going to put it 1 there.
To make it easier to cut it?
Yeah, because when we cut it, we don't want it falling apart. And 1 more over here as well. I have to say it's looking delicious already.
Yes.
So again, make sure your knife is nice and sharp and hold it down and just cut along. Oh, wow, look at that, huh? Turn and then cut it 1 more time. Oops, some of our delicious bacon is falling out. Easy enough. You can always tuck that back in. So there's our wonderful sandwiches. What I'm going to do is kind of open them up for you. So when we have them on our plate, oh wow, look at that. Wonderful, ho ho ho. I think your friends are going to love you
Yes.
for years to come for this one. So there's our wonderful sandwiches.
It looks so incredible. I'm gonna taste it.
Absolutely, the taste test is the best part of the cook.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. It's coming out.
Oh, watch out.
How can I taste?
How is it? I think she's enjoying it a lot.
I can taste it. This is so yum yum. I can taste the crispy of the bacon
The bacon, absolutely.
and the freshness of the tomato
Tomato and the lettuce,
and smoky.
absolutely. It's all there. But don't go away because we have another mouth-watering recipe coming up in the CIY section, or cook it yourself. And I'm sure Lita's here are going to enjoy it, but don't eat it all. You want to save some for your friends.
Yeah, they have 3.
Don't go away.
Let's cook.
Welcome back to the show with me and Lita in Cook It Yourself or CIY menu.
So, Johan, what's the next picnic menu for me?
Well, for all you chocolate lovers out there, you're gonna love this, hot fudge brownies.
Brownies! Oh my god, I love brownies!
Well, I knew you would. And you can't have hot fudge brownies without having chocolate. Now today we're actually gonna be using dark chocolate. You can see here chocolate chips. Now you wanna use chocolate chips because we need to melt it. You could use a chocolate bar, but because it's so big, it'll take a lot longer to melt, a lot more time. So I do recommend that you use the chips instead.
Okay.
Additionally, we have some butter, some granulated sugar as well. We have 3 large eggs, some vanilla extract, some all-purpose flour, baking soda. The baking soda will actually help us develop that nice crust on the brownie.
Okay.
And then we have some cashew nuts as well. First thing to get started is we need to warm up the oven.
Okay. So what's the temperature for the brownie to bake?
You want to put it at 180 degrees centigrade or 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, 180 degrees.
Perfect. That'll get it nice and warm, so we'll be perfect when we're ready to actually bake them. Next we need to do is melt the chocolate. So since you were an expert such a last time, if you remember when we did our chocolate-covered strawberries, Lita became a professional at doing our double boiler. So why don't you show them how it's done?
Okay, first we're gonna need the heat-proof bowl and the saucepan. We already have some simmering water in the saucepan, and then we're gonna put this on the top. The simmering water cannot touch the bottom of the bowl because it will burn the chocolate. I'm gonna put all the chocolate chips in the bowl. Butter.
Yeah, now the butter will not only add some flavor to it, but it'll also help the chocolate when it melts from re-solidifying again.
After 5 minutes, our chocolate will look like this. It's perfect, right?
Nice and melted, great job.
So now I'm gonna turn off the heat and then move it and cool it down. So now my job is completed. The rest is yours.
All right, no worries. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna switch with you over here,
Okay.
and we're gonna move on to the next part of making our hot fudge brownies. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to incorporate our sugar and the rest of our wet ingredients, so the eggs and the vanilla extract. While I'm doing that though, can you combine the dry ingredients, so the flour and the baking soda?
Okay.
Perfect. All right, just making sure that there's no clumps, just like when we were cooking...
Pancake.
Yeah, the pancakes, that's right.
Yeah, I remember.
All right, so while you're doing that, I'm going to slowly add in our granulated sugar.
Okay.
And we're just gonna keep on stirring it. The residual heat will actually melt the sugar. Now I'm gonna add the eggs into our chocolate mixture. Now it's important that we took this off the heat, because if we added it while it was still hot, we'd have hot scrambled chocolate eggs. So make sure you stir really fast so they don't cook. You can go slowly. We're just gonna stir this until it all combines. But we also have to add our vanilla extract, so if you can just pour all of that in, that'd be great. Well, I think we're just about ready. It's time to add our chocolate to the dry mixture.
It's exciting.
Yes, it is. Oh, wow, look at all that chocolatey goodness. Be sure to scrape every last bit out, because you don't want to waste any of this. Now we want to combine all these ingredients, the wet and the dry together, to form our brownies. You want to give this a swirl?
Yes, I
All right, excellent. While Lita's actually finishing mixing this up, what I'm going to do is prepare the baking pan. Now, baking pans come in different sizes, different shapes, but I do recommend one about this. I think it's about 8 inches, maybe 20 centimeters square. What I also recommend to make cleanup very easy and also make removing it later on after they're baked a cinch is to line it with either aluminum foil or parchment paper. You can find this at any store, it's very common.
I see.
Now here's a little trick. To make sure that the paper actually sticks to the inside of the pan, I'm just going to dab a little bit of butter on the inside like this.
To make it?
To make the paper stick, so when we're pouring in the mixture, it doesn't go all over the place.
Ah.
So notice that when I take this paper and I put it inside the pan here, now it's stuck to the bottom. It also makes it really easy to come out. So there's the pan, here's my parchment paper. We're all good to go. How's the mixture looking?
It's awesome.
Awesome, all right. You know what? I think we're gonna add in our cashew nuts. Again, you can always substitute these. You can put almonds in there or any other type of your favorite nut, even dried fruits. But this makes it really, really good. So add in a few of the nuts. All right, there we go. Look like enough?
Yes.
All right,
Enough.
there we go. Stir it all in.
Stir it all in, stirring, stirring.
And now we're gonna pour it into our baking pan. So again, make sure you don't miss any of this chocolate wonderfulness. All right, so that's for there. Now we have our mixture. I just want to spread it around in the pan to make sure it's nice and even because we want to make sure that it cooks evenly. So I'm just going to use my spoon to even it out here so you can see there. Make sure it goes in the corners there. All right. But I think for now, this looks great. What I also like doing is giving it a couple taps. And what this does is, all right, so we're going to take this and put it in our oven. Slide it in there. Be careful around a hot stove as always. Close it up.
Wait for...
And now it's just a waiting game.
So we have 20 minutes, so let's clean up and take a short break.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Let's cook. Let's cook.
Welcome back. Are you ready to see our delicious hot fudge brownies?
I am.
All right, now you want to be careful when you take these out because they are going to be hot. So make sure you have protective handwear like these oven mitts or an oven towel as well. So let's see how they look, yeah? Ooh, wow, look at that. Are you in for a surprise? Ho, ho, ho. Now also make sure because the pan is hot, so you're going to want to have something to protect your counter surface for us. We have a nice cutting board here and oh, you can just smell it.
That's so good.
Man, that's perfect. You can see where the parchment paper fills up the whole pan. It rises to the top. And now all that's ready to do is just line up. Let it cool down.
Can I cut it up?
No. We need to cool it first. If you cut into a hot fudge brownie while it's still hot, it's actually going to fall apart. We need to let it cool to about room temperature for about an hour.
Oh,
before we cut it.
I almost ruined our brownie.
Don't worry. I knew we would run into this, so I kind of did something a little sneaky behind your back. I actually created a couple brownies just for us.
So I don't need to wait this one to try for an hour.
No, you don't. And actually what you want to do is let this cool, and then you're going to want to put it back into the refrigerator for another hour to let it kind of solidify, and then it makes cutting really, really easy.
I'm gonna try it now.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
Again?
Not quite yet. What I want to do is make this delicious hot fudge brownie even more scrumptious by putting a little garnish on it. Trust me, you'll love the results.
Okay.
All right, so all we're gonna need is some of the chocolate sauce. Okay. We also have some fresh mint, if you can grab that for me. Okay. And of course, Johan's secret ingredient, which makes it all worthwhile, is a little whipped cream. Exactly. So what we're gonna do first is, I want to move some of these brownies over here first, like this. I'm gonna take my chocolate sauce and do a little design on there.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna put my brownie on top just like that. I'm gonna take my whipped cream, put it right in the middle like this, and take the second one and put it right on top.
You are so professional, it's so pretty.
A little more whipped cream on the top.
This one looks like from the hotel and the restaurant.
A little more chocolate sauce on there because you can never have too much. And of course, a little bit of mint on top to make it come together. So there we go. There's our mint leaf. Wow. Told you, worth the wait.
Yes, it is. Finally, it's time to taste.
Let's dig in.
It's gooey. I can feel the...
I know exactly what you're trying to say. This is absolutely delicious, and you have to try this at home. If anything, it's so good. It's so good.
Let's cook.
Welcome back to our Let's Cook classroom, 3 words a day.
We're going to pick 3 words from our today's show which are related to the cooking.
And our first word is cutting board. Now, a cutting board is a very durable material, usually made of wood or plastic. Not only protects your kitchen surfaces, but also helps prevent your knives from being dulled. Now, here's an even more interesting thing. Many chic restaurants and cafes are using cutting boards as actual serving platters instead of a plate. It's a very interesting way of doing sandwiches, desserts, anything you can think of.
And we use cutting board when we slice the
Slice the tomato, absolutely. Do you have maybe a bigger cutting board for me?
Yes.
Perfect.
Here you go.
One of the great things you can actually do in terms of presentation is be a little unconventional and use a wooden cutting board not only as a good utensil for cutting on, but also in serving the sandwiches at your picnic.
Okay.
Now, the second word of the day is saucepan. That's right. Now, a saucepan is typically made of metal. It's round in shape, has a high side, long handle to keep our hands away from the heat.
Remember, we used the saucepan when we melt the chocolate. First, we're gonna need the heat-proof bowl and the saucepan. We already have some simmering water in a saucepan, and then we're gonna put this on the top. The simmering water cannot touch the bottom of the bowl because it will burn the chocolate.
One more word of the day is baking pan, again, for our
Yes.
hot fudge brownies. Now, a baking pan, typically, again, made of metal, about 3/4 of an inch high in the sides, square in shape, perfect for making cakes, brownies, lasagnas, most everything you can think of.
These baking pans are available in variety of size and colors. And remember, we used this one for the brownie.
Now, baking pans come in different sizes, different shapes, but I do recommend one about this. I think it's about 8 inches, maybe 20 centimeters square. We hope you enjoyed today's show, which has our special menu for Lita's picnic, even
Yes.
though I wasn't invited.
Thank you so much for helping me.
Well, thank you very much. And for all of you who want to see our show online or watch our full episodes, check us out on the website at letscook.com.mm.
If you're not at home, you can easily watch our Let's Cook live streaming TV online via mobile or tablet.
Well, thank you once again for joining our show. We hope to see you again next time on Let's Cook.
You can get the...
Welcome to Let's Cook, an edutainment TV program that makes you, take 2, all right.
Take 3.
I have to start building it, so I'm gonna slice up some tomatoes.
Okay, I'll get this wooden cutboard for you.
Oh, no, not yet.
Oh, yeah. One.
That's for at the end. Thank you, though. You had one job. One job, and she burnt the toast. Welcome back with me and Lita. And on Let's Cook this week, we're gonna show you how you can enjoy the